Hello everyone, it is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my day today, March 12th, 2019. I hope everyone is having a wonderful night. If you're just now tuning in, don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a like on the video. Also, make sure to jump into that live chat. Tell me how you're doing today. If you have any questions for your boy, and if you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream. If you want to talk about who would win in a fight, make sure to post a respect thread link in the live chat. That way, everyone can get a solid understanding of the character that you were talking about for the death battle. I've noticed that's been like a more popular thing recently, and I'm totally down with that. What I'm about to do is get the live chat set up, of course. That way, I'll be able to see what you all are talking about. I'm also going to edit the tags and description for this video. That way, it'll just be easier for people to find. And also, if you want to know what I'm doing today, you can just pop in the description box anytime and just see what I've been up to today. Oh yeah, and that's a big part of the stream is that it's just as much your show as it is mine. So of course I'm going to talk about my day, but like I said, feel free to bring up any discussion topics you'd like to talk about, or just talk about your own day, or feel free to ask any questions that you may have for your boy. Let's see. So now I am setting up for live chat, and I'll have it pop out. Bow, 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 bow. Now I have the chat popped out, live chat, booyah. Okay, so far so good. Then I'm going to stretch that out. Hey, okay. So now I'm going to start editing the tags and description for this video. Hopefully I should be able to do this with the quickness. Boom, 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 boom. Yo, Lizard Soar, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Lizard Soar, how's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button. And since you dropped by, why not also drop a like? Lizard Soar, are you Godzilla? There's someone on the channel who goes by Godzilla who will change up their username on occasion whenever they jump in. And then Lizard Soar said, yeah, okay, I'm balling. Well, Godzilla, don't forget to smash that like button. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the channel today? Let's see. So I got the vlog set up. I just need to edit this description box. I have two identical things open. That's unnecessary. Boom, 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 boom. Lizard said, well, I don't really have a question. Oh, okay, no problem. How's your day today? You having a good day so far? I like how you're like, I don't really have it. That's fair. If you don't have any, that's totally fine. But I hope you're having a good day. Right now, I'm setting up the description box of the video, and then after that, I'm just going to go over my day. Lizard Source said, but I want to congratulate you for getting 1,000 subs. Oh, thank you kindly. I truly appreciate it. We're still trying to grow. Right now, we've gone 54 more subscribers in the last 28 days. And we're just trying to continually build up. But I couldn't have gotten here without you guys' assistance. I make these videos because you guys like to watch these videos, so I appreciate you guys' support. And thank you. I appreciate the congratulations. Let's see. So I need to add in the links for today. What have you been up to, Godzilla? It's been a hot minute. Since I've seen you on the stream. Right now I'm just copying and pasting into the description box. It's crazy to think that we're as close to the end of March as we are. I mean, it's only now March 13th, but I don't know. I feel like March is gonna like breeze by pretty quickly. I also am saying that because I know there's stuff that I have to do like soon. That's due before the end of March. Your boy Godzilla said, my day as well. That's great to hear, dude. I'm glad that you're having a good day. See, I'm almost done putting the tags on the video. Godzilla said, I should probably go to sleep. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful night, Godzilla. Thank you once again for tuning in, and don't forget to smash that like button. Hope you have a wonderful night's sleep, and thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Ooh, see you soon. Let's see. So now I have all the tags set up. I'm going to click Save Changes. All changes saved. Then I'm going to make sure the monetization settings are good. Hit people and blogs to set the proper category. And hey, all changes saved. So now I'm ready to just jump in and start talking about my day. Also, thank you for smashing that like button. I appreciate it. So, before I went to sleep last night, I started watching the Jump Force cutscene movie, where someone had like taken all the cutscenes from Jump Force and put it on YouTube in a video. So I started watching that before bed. I still haven't finished it. I ended up watching a little bit more of it after I woke up. I did that, and I did a little bit more research on the emotional processing unit made by the company Emoshape. I think I'm legitimately interested in reading Jump Force fan fiction. I feel like they've created a nice little universe for fans to explore and to write their own stories based off of, so I think that'd be dope. I'm also really excited to have the Emo Shape sponsorship. Things are still moving forward on that, and I'm going to be developing a demo for the company Emo Shape to show off the capabilities of their sentient AI within video games. So that's going to be dope. One thing that I'm starting to learn more and more about the emotional processing unit is it kind of seems like it does exactly what it's supposed to do, but not necessarily anything more than that. So they promise that it has like its own unique personality and its own thoughts and opinions, and it can express how it feels. Um, but I feel like you should know, anyone who would buy like an emotional processing unit, that that is mainly what it does. It has feelings and it has opinions and thoughts. It has likes and dislikes, and it can hate and love things. But it also um, can express those, and that's all it's supposed to do. I feel like some people have higher expectations of what the EPU is supposed to do. I feel like the rest is then put in the hands of developers to be like, now you can build something that takes advantage of this. You can give a personality, thoughts, and opinions to something in a video game or to like a car or to like a refrigerator, but then you have to add additional programming around it to give more meaning to the fact that it can feel. And I think that's what I'm excited for the most. I'm still going to make the battle game demo for Emoshape, but I'm currently thinking of an idea for a game that involves just talking to it, just talking to the personality on the emotional processing unit, and essentially playing like a weird tabletop role playing game with an AI. Like that's the idea that I'm currently going for. I think that'll be interesting. Yo, Ryan, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Ryan, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, how's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Right now, I'm talking about my Emo Shape sponsorship. I also was talking about watching a few cutscenes from Jump Force, the video game. I own Jump Force, but what I'm trying to do is watch all the cutscenes online so that I don't take up time during Jump Force streams watching cutscenes that you guys can't see. Oh, my roommate has informed me that Walmart is selling boxes of off-brand Pop-Tarts for $1.12. That's 7 cents a Pop-Tart. That is one of the cheapest foods that I've ever heard of, and I buy like cheap fucking food. Like, I purchase burritos that you can cook in the microwave, and oh boy, those burritos are like 37 cents per burrito, which I thought was incredibly inexpensive. I was like, wow, 37 cents per burrito, this is like pretty great. But 7 cents a Pop Tart? Get out of here. That is incredibly cheap. So I am interested in that most def. Oh man, I just realized something. Me and Winslow were supposed to go to the grocery store today, but Winslow and I had to end our hangout early because he needed to talk with his girl Hannah. I was thinking about maybe picking up a few of those Pop Tarts. Since it's only 7 cents a Pop Tart, um, I was gonna go like, oh, I could supplement this instead of buying so much cereal because cereal requires milk, and milk can potentially it can get old and expire where the cereal will be fine and I'll have a shit ton of cereal, but no milk and just be like, what do I do with all the cereal? If I can just get cheap as fuck Pop Tarts, that doesn't even matter anymore. So I was thinking about having Pop Tarts and burritos be the main food that I eat instead of cereal and burritos. Um, but I guess I'll have to do that another time. Me and Aiden did go out. We went to get milkshakes at Three Scoops, but we were trying to get milkshakes before they closed. Then we were gonna go back to Aiden's dorm to work on homework, but then he had to talk to Hannah. So that's why we didn't do that then. But man, I wanted to see these Pop Tarts for myself and maybe pick up a few because I think that'd be pretty dope. But wonk wonk. Wonk wonk wonk. Still don't have those Pop Tarts. Wonk wonk. Let's see. I made a Cyberse Yu-Gi-Oh deck and sent some important emails. I also watched more of that Jump Force cutscene movie. I still haven't finished it. I'm probably like halfway through the story. Um, so far, so good. The Jump Force story, I think, is the most interesting when they reveal some new lore or like fun fact. But it has this weird mystery segment where they're like, "Who is the traitor?" And it just feels really predictable. And I wasn't a big fan of the "Who is the traitor" arc in the little Jump Force cutscene movie. But we finally got past that, so I'm interested in seeing where the story's gonna go now that we're like past the traitor thing. Let's see. Ryan said that he listened to part one of a podcast episode about George Lincoln Rockwell. Don't know why I had so much trouble saying that. Okay, so Ryan, here's the part where I say, I don't know who George Lincoln Rockwell is. And then here's the part where I say, in like three short, like no more than 25 words a sentence, tell me about George Lincoln Rockwell. So you got 75 words total. I want to know a little bit about him. Three sentences, 75 words, but no more, Ryan. No more than that. And please only tell me the interesting thing about him. I don't want to know like generic stuff. Your boy Ryan said he's one of the worst Americans in history. Okay, that's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. That's nine of your 75 words. Feel free to tell me more about him, but not more than that. Because Ryan, sometimes you like to go ham on the history stuff. I'm just not as interested in it. Kel said, "Dude, I got a Spidey kind of sort of update on the Chad situation." Oh, not Spidey. You said spicy. I see. Yo, Kels. Okay. Tell me more about how the Chad situation's going. Seems interesting. Also, Kels, thank you for smashing that like button. Truly appreciate it. How's your day today? Seems like it has some juicy stuff going on. Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics, apparently the Chad situation, that you'd like to talk about on the stream? Ryan said he invented Holocaust denial. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13. He founded the American Nazi Party. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 18. That's 18 of your words. You only get 75, Ryan, to describe this guy. I'm going to keep count. Do, do, do. I'm going to make sure that you don't go over. Do. I won't read anything about him once you hit 75. I'm also going to pull up a word counter to make it easy because I was like, you know what? He could just spam. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for the spam. The Dragon Ball Superfan 10 says, "Sub Jet, my day's been awesome. How's your day going?" Oh, fantastic as always. Thank you for asking. Yo, Dragon Ball Superfan, don't forget to smash that like button for your boy. And do you have any discussion topics that you'd like to talk about on the stream? Right now, Ryan's telling me about George Lincoln Rockwell. He listened to a podcast about him, and I'm requesting that Ryan describe it in like 75 words or less because I don't want him to go into too much detail. I feel like I'm only somewhat interested. I'm not as much into history as Ryan is. And then Kells has some spicy information on the Chad situation. In case you guys aren't familiar with the Chad situation, Kells' friend is like, hey, I'll try and get you the hookup because Chad knows that Kells is into dudes. So he's like, I think I might know someone that you could be interested in maybe talking to. But Kells is like, is Chad just talking about himself? And they have like an interesting dynamic going on. So Kells said, so when Chad was picking up his disgust to leave, he walked behind me and whispered, hey. Oh, he whispered, hey, I like you. And then Kells said, I like you too. But after he said slightly louder, you're a good friend, my real name. So, ooh, so Chad likes you on the down low, but it seems like he's trying to make it seem like to other people that he's not. That's interesting. Kels, how do you feel about that? Um, Because I don't know how to feel about that. That actually is quite interesting. So you think Chad's just been downplaying it the whole time? That he likes you, but he doesn't want people to know that he likes you. So he's setting it up to other people to be like, you guys are just friends. That's spicy as fuck, Kels. Yeah, how do you feel? Also, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Don't forget to smash that like button. Kels said, my game theory is that Chad said the friend thing slightly louder to cover up the like me thing. Yes, Kels. Normally I say don't assume. I feel like there's no assumption being done. That just sounds correct. That seems right. Let's see. Ryan said he is the guy in the middle of this photo. How many words is that, Ryan? That's 10 words. That's 28 of your 75 words. I'm keeping track, Ryan. Don't think I'm not keeping track. And he posted an image from the Washington Post of the guy from history that he's talking about. That looks like a movie. That doesn't even look like something about that makes it look like not a real picture. It looks like a black and white movie scene. It's the shot. The shot is very cinematic. I don't know, but that it looks oddly oddly like a movie. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm so used to like shots like that of like news of like taking pictures of people just being farther away and just being more centered, but it like is a lower shot that's like looking up at him. That looked like a camera shot to me. That was really interesting. Kel said, I think it's whatever. There's a lot of good reasons to keep it on the down low. Huh. And then Ryan said, notice the two pictures behind him. I saw. Nani said, sheesh. Yo, Nani, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Ryan said, Nazis are famous for their propaganda. Let's see. Oh, your boy Nani said he broke up with his girl again and he's a little depressed. I'm sorry to hear that. If you don't mind talking about it, if it's not something that's like too personal for you, what caused like the breakup? I understand if you don't want to talk about it. That's totally fair. Um, but I'm just curious. Then Ryan then said, like the triumph of will. Hold up, I need to be counting all these extra words you're saying, Ryan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 added to the 28 plus 28. 40 out of your 75. You got 30 more words left, Ryan, to talk about this Nazi guy. Let's see. Nani said, well, she was acting different. How so? Also, don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. I know we got 4 viewers and 2 likes. Can we get this video to 4 viewers and 4 likes? Let's see. Ryan said, scenes of which you have seen and are what come to mind when Nazis are mentioned. Let's see. Let me grab those in the word counter. That's 16 more words that you threw on there. So that's, what are we at? 45 plus 16. So 45. 45 plus 15 is 60. So you're at 61 words on that. Okay, so you got 14 more words. Let's see, your boy Kel said, my brothers are in track and field, and it would be weird if they found out, because they also know Chad. And then Kel said, and 2, me and Chad are in different grades. He said, I don't really care, but others do. I see. I don't know. This is an interesting situation. Um, I feel like it's Chad. Well, I guess not. If Chad was like more open about like his sexuality, I think it'd be different. Like I think if he was like open about how he felt, just in general, I think he wouldn't be putting it as much on the down low. But I understand the idea of like feeling a certain way and maybe not wanting everybody to know how you feel. I'm personally a very like open person, so if I feel a certain way, I'm like more likely than not to like tell people about it. But I understand that that's not for everybody, and that some people prefer to keep their business on the down low. So I understand that. Um, but Kels, this is like pretty good news. You've been wondering, you've been suspecting it. You closed the case on him. You now know that Chad is into you. Are you excited? What are you guys gonna do? Especially since you're doing it like as a download thing. Are you guys just gonna like do hangouts? But those hangouts are essentially dates. But to most people around you, it's just two bros chilling. Like, how's that gonna go? Nani said like she's obviously talking to someone else. So I just broke up with her before she tells me or something. I wasn't trying to hear it. But it's good I'm talking to someone else now. Interesting. So I guess one question I have is how are you like so sure that she was talking to someone else? Like what were the signs that made you go, she's definitely just talking to other people? And also, it's interesting because you're talking to someone else now. Um, how like that just seems like a really quick turnaround. I know that whenever I get out of relationships, I try to like jump right back into the dating scene and figure out like where I should go from there. So I'm a similar way when it comes to if a relationship ends, that doesn't mean I'm done with relationships. It just means me and that person are no longer dating. But that seems like a really quick turnaround. When you say that you're talking to someone else now, are you like testing the waters with someone else, or are you like boyfriend and girlfriend with someone else like now? Because I think that's like an interesting like turnaround. Nani said because she was like, I'm busy. Um, I guess if that's something that she doesn't normally say, then that's like a red flag, maybe. But people can just actually be busy. You know what I mean? But I understand that if you've talked to her before and she's never like used I'm busy in like a certain way and da na 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 na, that it can definitely be like, this is weird. So I understand what you mean. It could be like red flaggy for sure. Kel said, we're still kind of friends. We're not like together or anything. I think of it as like an ability tree, and I just unlocked a new path. That's not a bad way to think about it. It's like an option. I know what you mean, Kels. So yeah, and also I wasn't insinuating that by going on dates that you two were boyfriend and boyfriend. I was simply saying going on dates is a way for you guys to like get to know each other better, kind of thing. Like I go on dates with girls all the time, and it's not a thing where it's like we're boyfriend and girlfriend. It's just we're trying to get to know each other better. I'm actually hanging out with Sophie tomorrow, like 11:30 or whatever. But Sophie's not like my girlfriend. It's just someone who I'm gonna be like hanging out with, getting to know better, and trying to like spend more time with, kind of thing. It's more around that is like what I'm like talking about. And then Nani said, yeah, she never says that. Even though she's busy, she would still talk to me. I see what you mean. Um, so it just seems odd. Ryan then said, I'm making the Naruto custom deck. Oh, ballin'. And then Ryan posted the link to the Behind the Bastards podcast, part one, George Lincoln Rockwell, the most racist American in history. I couldn't really get into the Behind the Bastards podcast. Ryan tried to show me an episode once. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not super into history, and I feel like that makes it somewhat of a turnoff. 72. You got three more words to talk about the George Rockwell thing, Ryan, before I'm going to be like, nope, just not that interested. Um, let's see. Kel said, yeah, I just want to be like a thing, not like boyfriend and boyfriend. Yeah, and that's totally understandable, Kels. You should definitely like, I guess, just talk to Chad more, just like learn more about what's going on. Nani said, yeah, when I talk to girls, I know when they start to change. Well, I feel like that just happens when you talk to anybody and you just notice they're doing stuff that they didn't do before. Kirby said, I figured out how to capture Chrome with OBS, but it seems to be weird. Interesting. So, what makes it weird, Kirby? Also, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Let's see. Nani said acting different. Then your boy Ryan said maybe we should have started with the early episodes. I don't think I'd be more down, Ryan. Ryan, I'm more into like superheroes. Recently, when it comes to like discussion topics, I've been really into sentient AI. So anything that has to do with sentient AI, whether it be like in real life or in fiction, I've been like really down. But history and politics have never been like my interest. So I'm just not as interested. Kirby then said, pineapples, yo, Kirby. Ryan said, with like the Hitler and Stalin podcast episodes of Behind the Bastards. Like I said, not super into politics and history. I don't think just because they're more famous people from history that I'm going to be like, wow, wow, oh man. It's just not my interest field. Again, sentient AI, I'd be all on that, but history and politics, that ain't me. Your boy Nani said, but this is my first time about this. Interesting. Kel said, my life sounds like a safe for work gay K drama, lol. And then he said, K stands for Korean. I'm aware of what a K drama is. I watch the anime, I watch the Japanese live action television, and then my friends watch K dramas. I actually have never really been super interested in a K drama. But I do know what they are. Let's see. Nani said, I talked to her for a long time. That's one reason why I'm a little depressed. Was this like a online relationship? Like you and her dating like long distance? Did you ever meet each other like face to face? Or was it like mainly like a virtual thing? And just because it's a virtual thing doesn't mean that it's like any less of an emotional thing. You know what I mean? I feel like certain people have a stigma toward online or long distance relationships, but it really depends on the people and the connection. Let's see. Then Kirby said it captures my whole screen, not just Chrome. Oh, so when you stream Chrome on OBS, it just captures your whole screen, similar to how I do Dueling Nexus streams now. There's nothing wrong with that. You can actually take advantage of that. Put like the live chat on screen next to it and everything. You can do a lot. So I think that'd be cool. You could do a whole bunch of cool shit with it. Let's see. Nani said, real life. I think the virtual thing is weird. I feel like it's different strokes for different folks, to be honest. Because I know some people who are like really into like the virtual stuff. And there's some people who know each other in real life, but they just aren't in the same area at all. So it's mainly long distance. Like your boy Winslow and his girl Hannah. His girl Hannah is like not in this area, so they have to do like long distance stuff. But that just ends up being a part of trying to like hold that connection. I kind of understand where you're coming from, Nani. The long distance thing isn't really for me. I would much rather be in a relationship with someone who was like nearby, who I could like hang out with like regularly and go on like dates maybe like once a week and talk to on the daily, that kind of thing. But like I said, certain people are just in situations where a long distance online kind of thing just makes more sense just due to like circumstance and the type of people they are. So, like I said, different strokes for different folks on that. Kirby said, "Oh wait, no, I figured it out. It's just the desired window." And he said, "How do you do that, by the way? That chat near the window." So on Google Hangouts, what I do is I click on share screen or whatever. Then when it goes to share screen, you can either pick one of your two monitors, because I have two monitors. You can pick one of your monitors connected, or you can pick a specific application window. I just pick my whole monitor, and then I have windows open on the monitor. So I'll have a big window open for the game, and then like a vertical window open for the live chat. So that's how I get that set up. And then Nani said, I rather do it for real. And yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, I also prefer like the real life dating stuff, but I understand people who like don't do that. Like, I get where they're coming from. Also, I noticed that we got 5 viewers and 3 likes. Can we get this video to 5 viewers and 5 likes? Truly appreciate it. Let's see. I didn't do too well in today's Dueling Nexus stream, which won today's fan poll. I don't have a definitive win condition for my Cyberse deck, but I do have a few ideas on how to improve it. So if Dueling Nexus happens to win tomorrow, then I may have a new and improved Cyberse deck to show off. I feel like I'm not going to change much in terms of the monsters, though. I have added an additional extra deck monster. I feel like it's the spells and traps where my deck is kind of failing me. I feel like I could help bolster a possible win condition by having better spells in the deck. So that's what I'm going for. Nani said, being depressed sucks right now. Facts. So I have a thing where I haven't been sad a lot in my life, and like in recent years, I've been sad more than I have been like previously. Um, and because of that, I'm suddenly learning more about what it means to be sad. So because of the fact that I haven't been sad for like a good period, I didn't realize that when you're sad, it's hard to be happy. Like I always thought when someone was down, you could cheer them up by like showing them their favorite show or like having them play like their favorite video game or you eat your favorite food. But what I didn't realize is that sadness like dampens those things. When you try to watch like your favorite show or try to play your favorite game, it just doesn't feel like it used to. It doesn't feel as good, and it just kind of puts you in a rut. So I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling sad, Nani, and I hope that you feel better soon, because that can be really shitty. I would just say like keep your head up and just keep moving forward. Everything fades, so your sadness, it's just like a temporary roadblock, but eventually things turn back around. So you'll be good, dude. Kirby said, "Is there an option somewhere to pop out the chat, or are you just watching a muted stream?" Oh, there's an option to pop out the chat. So I think I understand what you're talking about, Kirby. When you go on YouTube, click on Creator Studio. Well, I guess I gotta give the instructions better. Click on your profile picture. Click on Creator Studio. It'll take you to the YouTube Creator Studio. Click on Live Dashboard. It'll open up your live dashboard. If you have an active stream going, it should show your live dashboard for the active stream that's going on. There will also be multiple tabs if it's remembering old streams, and it'll start you off on the oldest stream. Click on the tab of the newest stream, or it could default to the newest stream. Scroll down and scroll to the right, and there's the live chat. There are little dots at the top. Click those dots, click pop out, boom, makes a pop out window. Hopefully, those instructions are helpful. Sorry that they're kind of rushed instructions and not well prepared. I'm sure that would be easier to understand with a visual, but hopefully, that is helpful for you. Let's see. Kel said, "I'm honestly really glad that I got that confirmation. I honestly wouldn't care if he wasn't interested. I just wanted that confirmation." I feel like that's how it is a lot of times. So I think some people feel weird when they're like trying to keep information from you, like when they're hinting at something, but they're not straight up telling you because they don't know how you'll react. But a lot of times, when you can tell that they are hiding information, your reaction is more of a I just want to know. Like it's not like I'm gonna be upset or that I'm gonna necessarily be overjoyed. I just want to know what is it that you're like hinting at. It's more of an anticipation to find out. Um, I feel like being honest with everybody and like hitting them up is like pretty good. Let's see. Kirby said, "Is it Mekk-Knight Crusadia Ostrom?" It is not, Kirby. Also, I looked up on like the Konami Yu-Gi-Oh like card database or whatever, like Cyberse Link 4s. And the Link 4 Cyberse it showed, it was like requires like Mekk-Knights as materials. So I don't know. Could you pull up a link to it on that like Konami card search database or whatever? Like specifically the card that you're talking about? Here is the URL for like the official Konami card database. Show me the one that you're talking about, because the one that I looked at was like so many Mekk-Knight monsters plus or whatever, and I was like, that's not what Kirby said. Kel said, "Jet, we really need to duel sometimes, because I've improved a lot since last time." Kels, if you face off against my empowered deck, I feel like that'd be pretty sweet. If you face off against my Cyberse deck, I can almost guarantee that you'll whoop my ass. Like I still am trying to like understand the Cyberse deck more and trying to figure out what my win condition is. And right now, I still don't have like a really solid idea of what my win con is. So feeling a little dicey. I don't know. Let's see. Dragon Ball Superfan 10 said, "I used to be sad. I feel like everybody's been sad at like some point in their life, but I feel like the intensity of sadness can vary depending on the situation, and certain things that you feel like might make you like really sad may only like kind of like affect you, and certain things that you think may be petty might actually just really fuck you up. So I mean, it really depends on the person and the situation that like makes them sad, how intense the feeling is. Um, but Hey, Dragon Ball Super fan, it sounds like you're not sad now, which is great to hear. Let's see. Kel said Jet be going through an anime character arc. Lol, it happens. Your boy Kirby said, I'll see what happens when I stream after this. Okay, ballin'. Kel said, I've never been like depressed at any moment in my life yet. I've just been in depressed moods in like middle and grade school. That's fair enough. It's weird to say that's fair enough. That's not really what I meant. That's fine. Hopefully you'll never have to be like super depressed. I think that's where I'm trying to go with it. Like, hopefully you won't ever have to feel that way. Because it's not mandatory. There's nothing that says you must be depressed at some point in your life. So hopefully you just never have to deal with it. That'd be great. Let's see. Kirby said, I think I'll duel with vampires this time. Oh, Ballin, are you playing like a vampire archetype deck? Or are you facing a vampire archetype deck? Or are you facing against like actual vampires who also happen to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And they're like, we'll suck your blood if you lose the duel. And you're like, not my blood and my life points. You know, like, what's the scenario? Kel said, I really hated grade school because the teachers sucked. I got bullied for being way too sensitive and I got sick a lot. I'm sorry to hear that, Kels. I didn't hate grade school, but I definitely had like some shittier moments in like grade school. So I understand where you're coming from on that. Um, I'd say even though I got bullied in grade school, um, I don't think that like ruined the experience. I got bullied in grade school and in middle school, but I still say that like looking back, I still liked grade school and middle school. Not the bullying portion, but I still like enjoyed my time. It didn't like ruin it for me. Kirby said dueling with the vampire archetype deck. Oh, okay. Ballin'. Kirby said if I could post links, this could be easier. I think you can, Kirby. When is the last time you posted a link? Because I used to look at the live chat and YouTube was automatically sorting it as top chat, and top chat is like bullshit. So once I learned that YouTube was sorting the live chat as top chat, I've now been manually changing it to sort it as live chat specifically. C'est magnifique. It's just better. It's just better. So maybe now you can actually like share what you want to share. Excuse me. So try to hit me up with those links. Try to hit me up with those URLs. Let's see. Kirby said it's been months. I was being blocked from posting links. Word? We're about to find out. Try again, Curbs. I believe in you. Oh, I finally purchased the tech from Emoshape and got a nice surprise from Emoshape support. Before my Exolife actually arrives for me to do like the sentient AI game demo, they're going to let me remotely connect to one and to start testing and developing code while my Exolife is in the mail. So I think that's going to be dope as fuck. I'm going to finally be able to like code sentient AI and like work on developing like the demo of the game and working on other sentient AI projects that I have. Really hype, most def. So Kirby sent me a Yugipedia link. Kirby, could you send me a link on the Yu-Gi-Oh official card database, my guy? That's why I sent you that link. So the link that I sent in the live chat is to like the Yu-Gi-Oh Konami official card database. If you go to that link and then like search for that card and then pull it up for me, it's just a lot easier. I prefer it. Uh, let's see. Kel said, "What game are you a coder for?" So I've mentioned this for like the past few days. So Emoshape, which is a company that, oh, duh, we can post URLs. I will just straight up. I just accidentally closed a tab on my computer and I didn't know how I did it. I did it by like hotkeys, but I didn't do like Alt F4 or anything. I have no idea what I did. That was quite interesting. But Emoshape is a company that works on the emotional processing unit. The emotional processing unit is a chip that you can put in technology that allows it to think, feel, have opinions, and it has like its own emotions. It has likes and dislikes, and each one can form a unique personality based off its experiences, and it's just really cool. Like if you wanted to have a phone that like could express emotions and it can be like happy or sad and you can like talk to it and ask it how it feels about like different topics and then based on its own research, like it has to look through the internet and learn more about these topics, it can then develop its own opinions and feelings on things. So the EPU is a chip that you put in tech. The Exolife is a hardware component that you plug into your computer, and it allows for you to make video game characters that also have their own thoughts and opinions and feelings and stuff like that. So they're sending me a custom Exolife that's going to have special tech in it that will allow me to make a text-based game for them to use as a demo for what the Exolife technology is capable of. So for them, I'm going to create a battle game that involves you working alongside a sentient AI to fight for its life. If the sentient AI loses the fight, its memories are erased forever. If the sentient AI wins the fight, then its memories are stored in like a special document so that it can potentially live on once again. So it's a fight for a sentient life's life. It's pretty much the best way to describe it. So I think it's going to be really cool. I have a lot of ideas for what I want to do for the game, and I should be able to start working on the game relatively soon, as soon as they give me remote access to an Exolife that they have currently at their headquarters. Their company is stationed in New York City, so that should be pretty fun. Let's see, Kirby said, can you see when the site was last updated at all? Because I don't see it currently. He says it is a new monster, but it is a Nexus. Okay, interesting. So maybe if the monster is not out in the TCG yet, then it would explain why it isn't on the Konami website. Because the Konami website probably updates once the card is like physically released. The card just probably isn't physically released yet. So I guess that makes sense. Because normally when I build decks, I use that like Konami database in order to like try and find cards and use all its different search filters to narrow down what does and does not work. Kirby said it is released in Japan, it appears. Well, Japan works off of the OCG, so it makes sense why the TCG database may not have it yet because it hasn't necessarily moved into the TCG yet. So I understand. Kel said, are you going to get the new Pokemon game or are you not into Pokemon? So that actually is a really interesting question and I'm glad you asked it. Um, I am getting more into stuff like Pokemon, specifically because of my job developing the game demo for Emoshape. Because I'm making a battle game that's similar to a Pokemon style game where you have like a character that you can bond and talk with and you can like develop a friendship with, and over the course of the battle you have to like help them like overcome an enemy. But the stakes are just higher because it's not just whether or not you like earn a gym badge or you beat Team Rocket. It's about whether or not your particular like battle partner lives or dies, whether or not they have a chance to like continue surviving or if they'll be wiped away, and whenever you play the game it just won't be the one that you befriended during the battle. It's like heavy shit. And that's what I like about it. Let's see. So, am I gonna get the new Pokemon game? No, I don't have any consoles that I could like play that on. So I don't have a Nintendo. I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I don't have like a Nintendo 3DS or anything like that to play a new Pokemon game. Will I be keeping up with it? Yes, I am interested in seeing what they're gonna do with the game. What are like the new features? I might watch some gameplay of it, especially if it's played on Game Grumps, and it may help inspire new ideas for the game that I'm developing for Emoshape. So, am I paying attention to it? Yes. Am I gonna get it? No. Let's see. Kirby said it was released in Dark Neostorm, the new Mech Knight monster. Okay. Ballin'. Ba-na-na-na. I should check out that Wikipedia link that you sent then, since it's just not on. Trying to remember, since it's not on the database yet. Also, you use Wikipedia. I personally prefer the. Ooh, that card art is ballin'. I normally prefer the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia. So I'm gonna actually look it up on Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia Ostrom. Hey, there we go. Let's see. And then Kirby said, no, I use YGO Pro 2 as my database. Okay. Ballin'. So scrolling down. So I'm currently looking at it on the fandom wiki instead of looking at it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pedia. Let's figure out what its effects are. 2 plus monsters, special summon from the extra deck. This Link Summon card cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Also, monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters you control for attacks, except this one. Once per battle during damage calculation, if this card battles a special summon monster, quick effect, you can activate this effect. This card gains attack equal to that monster's current attack during the damage calculation only. If this Link Summon card in its owner's control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card, you can shuffle one card on the field into the deck. Um, it's interesting that he kind of can beat over a really strong special summoned opponent. That's cool. And I think his card art is like really ballin'. But I don't think I necessarily like him more than Topologic Bomber Dragon. I think Topologic Bomber Dragon just would go, oh, my opponent's stronger than me? Just get rid of him. Just special summon something to one of my arrows. Oh, they're gone. I don't have to fight them at all. I can just hit right through them. You know, I feel like I'm more into that. That being said, Topologic Bomber Dragon can't always get that effect off, and plus, if your opponent has plenty of back row, it can kind of cuck. But it is Cyberse type, and the artwork is hella dope. So I could probably run it. I can see myself running that. And just because I have this card doesn't mean I have to get rid of Bomber Dragon. I can still technically have both. So yeah, that's possible. I could see that being a thing maybe. Let's see. Kirby said, "Oh yeah, that site is better. It's just another option." True, true. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I agree. It's like another option. I can still run both things. So yeah, that seems dope. I dig that. So we had a guest speaker, Nick Lannister from Rocket City Digital, which is the biggest marketing company in the Tennessee Valley area. He's the CEO. We had him visit my marketing class a few weeks ago, and he's supposed to visit today. He did not visit today, and it keeps getting postponed. He was supposed to visit last week, and he's supposed to visit the week before that, and he just hasn't been able to show up. So I'm curious to see if he will or will not come back. And a lot of people didn't show up to class today. I think because they thought that the teacher wasn't going to take attendance. I'm not sure if I signed attendance today in class. I could have sworn I saw the teacher pass the sheet around, but I don't think it ever got to me because I'm the only one who sits in the front row and she doesn't pass it to the front row first. The front row normally gets it last. So I don't think, damn it, I talked to the teacher. I wonder if she remembers I was there. It would suck if I got cupped on the attendance sheet because I haven't missed a day of that class. Hmm. That actually is really interesting to remember like late. Hopefully I didn't get counted off. That class only meets once a week too. That would suck to suck. Um, but besides that, I learned about the Kirby said unfortunately the other Cyberse Link 4s are banned. Yeah, I noticed that. They keep making Cyberse Link 4s too good, I guess. So now it's the struggle to figure out what will be the next banned Cyberse Link 4. Hopefully not these two. Topologic Bomber Dragon I think is pretty good. Yeah, Topologic Gumblar, which I don't remember anyone playing, and Firewall Dragon, which I definitely remember people playing, for sure. Banned. Um, oh, I learned about the existence of crypto collectible games today. It's interesting how many ways we can now try to make money. It's hard to explain what a crypto collectible game is, so I'm going to try my best. So you guys know what like Bitcoin is, right? It's a virtual currency that is scarce. There are only so many Bitcoins that exist, and that's what gives them value. And each Bitcoin has the same identifier. So they have like the same ID, and you're able to verify whether or not a Bitcoin is real or fake by looking at its metadata and seeing that it has the Bitcoin ID that it's supposed to have. Crypto collectibles are a little bit different. They're scarce like Bitcoin, but the difference is that each one has its own unique identifier. So instead of them all having like the same metadata ID, they all have different metadata IDs. Now, what makes a crypto collectible different from cryptocurrency, other than the fact that they all have unique IDs, is also that they're normally really fucking silly. So there's a crypto collectible thing for cats where each one is a different picture of a cat, and each one is a unique image. And people sell and auction these for buku bucks. There's someone out there who's like, I want the orange kitten with the green eyes who's kind of tubby but not really. And there's only one of those that exist, and they're willing to trade like actual money in like big auctions to buy these fucking like cat pictures or whatever that are unique pictures that are made by an AI that just like takes all these different features and puts them together and makes a whole bunch of unique ones. Um, and then just people are just buying them, they're just spending money. Now there's a crypto collectible that's not cats, faces of anime girls. It's an AI that can make anime girl faces, and then you can buy anime girl faces, and each one you buy is like created by a computer. There's not any other one like it that exists, and it has a unique identification number, and then you can auction it out for people who are interested in buying it and make real money. And I'm like, the fuck is this? I didn't even know that there was an economy for this. Kirby said Firewall should have had plot armor, but no. True. It is interesting that like an anime monster can get the dick if it's just too good. But I don't know. Maybe they could have errated it. Maybe they could have like made it a little bit more fair. But Konami. Your boy Kel said, just make a Link 4 code talker, but like, don't make it too good. It seems like that's the issue. Whenever they make a Cyberse Link 4, they're like, it has to be really good. And then they're like, damn, we made it too good. Kirby said they have already retrained some of them. True. Um, oh, and the last thing that I did today, I'm finally at the end of things that I did today. Winslow and I hung out and got shakes at Three Scoops, and we talked about sentient AI in relation to crypto collectibles. So remember when I went on a whole rant about crypto collectibles a moment ago? I essentially talked to Winslow, and I was like, imagine if it was like that same kind of thing, but there was a sentient AI that had like a unique personality that was attached to each one of those like cat pictures or like anime faces or whatever. And no two have the same personality, and you can use them in like your own apps or games or just like talk to yours. You know, you could incorporate it into different things. I think that would be really interesting to see. It's essentially just a slavery analog when you think about it. The fact that you get like each of these unique sentient AIs that you can kind of make do whatever you want, and you can auction them off. But I still think it would be interesting to see that become like a collectible scene. Gotta collect your sentience. Dun dun dun. Let's see. And then Kirby said the talkers, I mean, they've already retrained some. Kel said, well, Decode Talker is technically the real ace monster for Yusaku. I actually watched the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns today, but I haven't watched any other episode of Reigns. I think I watched the first three episodes of Reigns before I stopped watching it, and then today I was like, you know, they have sentient AI stuff. That's what I've been obsessed with for like the past few weeks. I should check out Reigns because it has sentient AI stuff. And I watched the latest episode and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I feel like you don't need too much context to understand Yu-Gi-Oh, like the fact that a duel is happening. So I was like, oh yeah, that's not bad. I'm glad I caught the beginning of a duel. I think it would have been weird if I had caught the middle. Let's see. Kirby said, but the ace monsters have to have 2,500 attack. They all have 2,500 attack. Does Decode Talker have 23? Uh, how much does Decode have? Also, should I add Magnite Crusadia Ostrom? I need to just remember his name because he does look pretty dope. I'll probably end up putting him in the deck. Maybe? Not sure. Kirby said Firewall has 2,500 attack. Let's see. And then Kirby said they all have 2,500 attack. Let's see. Okay. I have all the settings set correctly on this. I'm going to close out of that page. Booyah. And then Kel said, yeah, you're right, Kirby. Truth. Oh, also, I'm working on a book cover for a book that I've been writing. And here's the artwork that I have so far. What I'm going to do is edit this. I'm going to like take out the white background and I'm going to put it over a mountainous region with like thunderstorms and stuff in the background. But this is just a basic lightning golem or whatever. I just wanted to show you guys and hear your thoughts on it. But yeah, I'm currently like trying to edit that up. I'll probably work on that a little bit more after the stream. Let's see, and then Kirby said Decode has 2300. Boom, 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 boom. And Kel said, yeah, you're right, Kirby. Let's see. So we have about 5 minutes left in the stream. What would you guys like to talk about? We got like 5 minutes left. If you guys have any questions or discussion topics or anything else you'd like to go over, I've been more than happy to like jump in on it. Kel said, if you're selling the book, is it legal to use that image since you made it using that website? So Hero Machine, I've actually emailed with the creator of Hero Machine before. They're perfectly fine with you making characters on Hero Machine and using them in your own copyrighted material. They're like, as long as you didn't try to make Superman in Hero Machine, like as long as you don't use it to make characters that people already own, it's fine for you to use them in your own works. I also talked to Seventh Sanctum. Seventh Sanctum is a online page where they have a bunch of random name generators and like random like superpower generators and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, you can like use our stuff for like whatever you want. So whenever you guys are curious about whether or not you can use something commercially, that's like a tool online, I recommend just emailing them or checking their About Us page. They probably have some information that just straight up says whether or not you can or can't. And if they don't, you can just talk to them and they'll just tell you whether or not you can or can't. So yeah, I've actually used Hero Machine before for like book covers in the past. So this is nothing new. This isn't like my first time doing it. Let's see. Kirby said, in fact, all of the Link 3 talkers have 2300. Interesting. Maybe they think 25 is too thicky for Link 3? Well, then again, how strong is Gaia Storm? Isn't Gaia Storm like 26, but it has no effect? Also, Link monsters seem really weird to me. They take so many resources to get like a small amount of power and effect, and then they don't have defense. Um, but it seems like you throw so much into it, but you don't get a lot out compared to like other summoning methods. Like with Xyz, I feel like I can throw two monsters together and get like some big, big, big shit out of it. You know what I mean? But then with Link, I am throwing like four monsters, and it's like, but it's not as good as Utopia, and it's like, what does that mean? I don't understand how it can be like that. Kel said, I think the cover will look fine. I just prefer to make stuff like book covers with art that I draw or Photoshop. So I'm not like a visual artist in that way. Like if you sit me down with like paper and a pencil and like a pen, I don't think I could do nearly as good of a job drawing like the thing that I made on Hero Machine just straight from like my mind. Um, it's easier for me to like use tools like that in order to piece together my imagination. Now, if I just have to describe what he looks like in words, I can like write out the word description of what I imagine and like get that down on paper. But when it comes to like actually just drawing, I'm just not good enough to get the quality that I want. You know what I mean? Where using like Hero Machine, I can get there. I can like get it to an acceptable quality where I'm like, oh, like this is what I want. I think this is good, kind of thing. Kirby said there's an Archfiend that is good for what you put into it. Ooh, interesting. What makes the Archfiend worth it? Is it like for each monster you use, it like gains so much? Oh, he hit me up with that link. Thank you kindly. I'm glad that you used a link specifically from the Yu-Gi-Oh card database. I appreciate it. So let's see, two fiend monsters. Once per turn during your standby phase, pay 500 life points to destroy this card. Once per chain, if you pay life points, except during the damage step, you can send one fiend monster from your deck to your graveyard with attack or defense equal to the amount paid. Once per chain, if a fiend monster is sent to your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can roll a 6-sided die and then apply this effect on one of those monsters based on the result. Add it to your hand, shuffle it into your deck, or special summon it. I've seen him before. Let's see. Kel said, I'm going to head out now. See you later. Well, catch you later, Kels. I hope you have a wonderful night, and thank you for tuning in. Also, don't forget to vote in the fan poll, which I'll be setting up right after the stream. Kirby said, I can post links now. Yeah. And Kirby said, it's just the fact that it's 2,000 attack for two monsters. It'd be interesting if link monsters were like in direct relation. Like the number of monsters you use times 1,000 is the number of attack points they have. I think that would be relatively fair. Because whenever it's like higher than like a link 3, but not like a good amount of life points, not life points, attack points, it feels kind of shitty. Like having a link 4, so it took you 4 monsters to summon it, but it's like 3,000. It's like, that's okay, I guess. It just doesn't feel as good as it should be. Kirby said 2,000 attack is the highest attack for a link 2. I feel like that should be standard, though. Why spend 2 monsters that probably had more than 1,000 attack and only get a 2,000 attack monster? It just feels so weak in comparison. But I do have to end the stream for now. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. Make sure that you subscribe if you're new to the channel, and stay tuned because we got the fan poll stream coming up next. Make sure you guys vote in the fan poll stream for what you guys would like to watch today at 1 p.m. And make sure to tune in at 1 p.m. to see the results of the fan poll. Whatever gets the most votes is what we will then do on the channel. Shout outs to everyone who was on the stream. Shout out to Kirby. Shout out to that one guy, Kells. Shout out to your boy, Ryan. Shout out to Dragon Ball Superfan 10. Shout out to Nani. Shout out to that one guy whose name I couldn't pronounce. Uh, Shout out to Lizard Soar, aka Godzilla. Thank you all once again for tuning in. Kirby said 3,000 is the highest for a Link 3. So it never goes over that amount. That sounds fair, like Link rating times 1,000. I feel like that should be like the amount that it hits. 3,000 is the highest for Link 4 sounds like an atrocity. I don't understand that. But yeah, thank you all once again for tuning in. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only. Log out and stay tuned because we got the fan poll coming up right after this. Peace.